Good morning, students. Welcome to the history class. Welcome to the history class. And please, when we are having the class, you also see the open the text and pencil in hand always when we discuss, whenever we discuss, because in between the explanations we come across various new terms and new ideas that comes, new points that comes. Write it down so that it is easy for you to understand the lesson, because there are points that has to be clarified. So here today we are going to discuss about the rise of the feudalism. Rise of the feudalism. Number one, under the Roman Empire. Roman Empire, we see the rise of the feudalism. Rise of feudalism. Okay, not feudalism. Feudalism. Rise of the feudalism. Yeah. Now here our discussion should be, we should understand what is feudalism. What is feudalism? What is feudalism? The feudalism is the land grant, giving of land instead of money, paying the salary. If the workers or the officials, especially the official, they have got the large sum of salary, and so they are given, instead of money, they are given land. They are given land. So the big area of land is given to them in return for the service. In return for the service that they are giving to the king or the emperor. That is known as feudalism. That is known as feudalism. What is feudalism? So here is the answer. Exactly what is it here? We are going to discuss. But now, the system, this is a system of a government. Governmental system it is. So it is a system of granting land on the condition of service is called feudalism. It's a system. System means it's a way of handling things, way of conducting, way of administrating. So this is a system. It's a way, it's a rule, it's a type. So this is the way on which they are going, and so the way to give salary is land. Land grant. That is called feudalism. So now we have to understand why it is land was given. We have discussed about the decline of the Roman Empire. Okay, what are the reasons for the decline of the Roman Empire? Then only you will understand what is the land, why land has to be given. While feudalism will come, this system will develop. Why? Because of the very many reasons. What is that? Barbarian invasions, size of the empire, divisions of the Roman Empire, and the death of economy. Because of these four reasons, that they were not able to sustain the officials and the nobles or the army officials, they were giving land. So that is known as feudalism. So rise of the feudalism. Next one is, so I am not going line by line here. So what were under the feudalism, there was the land grant. So what is that? So they were, who were? Nobles. they start granting land. So the emperors, they started granting land to the nobles in return for loyalty and protection. That means because they were serving them and also they were protecting them, so they gave the land. Land means not one piece of land here. It's a big area. Say 5 villages. The area of 5 villages, 6 villages, they will be. So they will become the landlords. They were becoming like landlords. And these landlords, they were giving to the vessels. Vessels means the also they were on the homage. They were giving their partners. They had their own partners. The nobles in return granted this land to the knights and to the serfs. The serfs were the lowest level of the peasants. Peasants means the farmers. And so this was the levels of the feudalism. What were the levels? What were the feudal levels? Was where the emperor. First one. After that comes the vessels. That is called vessels. Then comes, after vessels comes lower than that, number 3 comes the knights. K-N-I-G-S-T, knights. And the number 4 is the peasants. And the fifth rank of this system was the serfs. Serfs were the fifth, they were the lowest rank among the peasants. So serfs were the lowest group of this system, feudalism. Serfs, above that peasants, above that who were the knights were there, and then so knights and vassals, and then emperor. Let me say vassals or the nobles. So this was the system. Okay. Next one is the rise of for the feudalism. This is the whole feudalism system of feudalism. Next one is the rise of the Byzantine Empire. You remember that we have discussed that Roman Empire was a vast empire. So it was divided into 2 parts. The Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. And the Western Roman Empire, the Rome was the capital city. And in the Eastern Roman Empire, Byzantine was the capital city, which Constantinople, when he became the emperor, changed the name into Constantinople. Here it is, in 330 CE. And what happened is, this was Eastern Roman Empire or Byzantine Empire was well protected by the water bodies on all sides. So they were no enemies attack. The attack of the enemies was not that possible. So they were in the safer place, and so they prospered. Whereas the Western Roman Empire was constantly attacked by the barbarian kings and the tribal kings, especially the Huns. Okay, so they were constantly attacked, whereas these were safer side, and so they prospered. They became rich, and which was followed by the Justinian dynasty. The founder of the Justinian dynasty was Justin the First. And he was not he did not succeed from the prince or the king. He was the military general, military officer. By his ability and talent, by his his power, he became the emperor of the Eastern Roman Empire. Okay, which that was in 518 CE. And after his death, his nephew, not his son, his nephew became the successor of Justin the First. So he was known as Justin the Great. He established the culture, new culture, that is not Greco-Roman culture. That was fully Christian culture. Okay, and he worked so hard. He was a vibrant and hard-working emperor, and so he was given a definition called the phrase that a king never sleeps. King never sleeps. Remember that. King never sleeps. He was most orthodox, and he contributed in the spread of Christianity, building monuments and churches and all that. All those things are the part of the discussion we have seen. So this is what I wanted to share with you for today. Okay, see you in the next class.